Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and I gotta say, this month we are sitting in some beautiful trades. We have a Litecoin BTC, which currently is halfway through to our first profit take, and it's already almost 100%. It is something that it's one of the trades that we've said for a long time that this is gonna be our baby, and it's definitely playing out to be so. But today I want to talk about probably about our second best trade that we have it on the channel. It is battling currently with Litecoin on second best or first best, and I want to talk about Bitcoin Cash again. So you can pretty much see that we filled a lot of Bitcoin Cash on $700. We even filled it a little bit below on the stream if I'm not mistaken, and you can see currently right now we are sitting at almost 2x. But I want to take it a little bit further for the guys that haven't had the chance yet to join it, so I'm gonna just delete these lines right now and kind of talk about a really important area that I currently still have on display on my chart. And you can see this green area which acted as our Indos curse, if you're not believing the bull market, as our first profit take, right? So this was our safe point, as you would call it, on Bitcoin Cash, and we had a nice rejection on the first time from it and then filled our position on $700, and right now it's continuing to do so. Okay, but now speaking of which, where can we actually potentially re-add something back into the trade? And this is where the effect this area really comes from. So you can see a little bit that from the structure to the left, I'm gonna move this area right now a little bit a little bit higher, because due to the fact that when we were taking profit takes on the first turn, that was the area we were taking them a little bit on a safe spot. But now when we trying to fill a position in a bull market, we also have to be tuning a little bit on a safe spot if we wish to not get missed. And this area, green area right now, you're getting a second weekly, or should I say the weekly close was above it, and now you get kind of getting the second weekly, and we'll see where this week ends up, if it's already gonna be filled this week or not. We do not know that yet, but currently, if as it stands like this, we're gonna have a second weekly close above it, which means it's a pretty bullish thing to do. Now going back to daily, because to get a little bit of a more better overview, you can see that this is pretty much a very important area for us to now hold, and if we hold that area, we will most likely continue on the upwards. So what I'm seeing right now, it's a nice little trade. It's right down the middle of the area trade, and I mean the right down the middle of the area, and you have potentially two possible stop losses. The first one, which is very obvious, is going to be this one, right? And this one also on a trade like this is the most optimal stop loss to begin with, because essentially, yes, it is about 16%, but again, we are targeting from $1,000 all the way up to 3,000, so that will be a it's a very low risk against the reward ratio that we are going to have. But this is but it's also a little bit unsafe. It's not 100% stop loss. What that means is you can still wick all the way down here, go back in, and still continue in the bull run. It doesn't mean that it would actually negate your bull run if you get stopped out of it, right? So the first stop loss is being this, and most likely, because I already have original position, I will be using a stop loss something like this for my little add-on from what I already TP'd. And for if you want to play it safe, a little bit more safer, let's just say, you can put it all the way down here, and you can see that you about extra 8% to your stop loss. But if you think about it again, how huge the profit take really is, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's not a big of a deal because again, you are hunting for a 3k differences, 3k 3k in cash difference, or should I say 2k in something. And here your stop loss is $260, right? So it's not too bad at all. So yes, all the prices can be seen on the right side of my screen, but yes, the stop loss, the safe stop loss, quote unquote, is $850, and a little bit more dangerous stop loss is $930. Now looking going forward, this is our fill area, as again, split the buys in three and as we go. And again, I'm going to be taking a profit take on this area as it was intended from the first trade already, and this time around, because I'm filling in around in the middle of the area, I'll also be taking my stop loss a little bit more aggressively due to the fact it's a bull market. We can definitely afford to do so. And you can already see right down from the first profit take, we already have a difference of $700. We are all up to 1.8 thousand or 3.8 R or should we say 63% difference from our fill entry. So you can already see a very amazing trade right off the bat. Even though it's just an add-on, it still does, bull market really does bring a lot of the good opportunities for us to, eventually just take advantage of and, still make a lot of good money. Now, this area will also be an important one. There is a very good reason why we are taking a profit take here, and the idea behind this area is if you go beyond it, you're most likely gonna turn either, like, not just say, but let's just say you're most likely gonna turn very bullish on Bitcoin Cash, and you will have good chances of swooping up the high. This is something that we have planned since the beginning. So now if I bring out my profit take all the way to up here, you can still see that we have 220%, and you can see a difference of almost $2,500, right, or 13R. So you can really see that this is a benefit of this trade. Even though it's just an add-on trade, a secondary trade that is not as good as the first one, you still see why a stop loss like that, even though it might seem a little bit fatter, even if you stretch it all the way to the safe side, it's a little bit fatter. But again, you see the risk to reward ratio is absolutely amazing regardless of which stop loss you take, and thus making this trade very amazing for it to be taken, right? So yes, guys, please do subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment the video down below. We also like to remind you that we have a stream tomorrow, and on stream we will talk more about Litecoin BTC chart, because now it's broken some really good points, and there might be some re-entry possibilities there as well, although we already had a re-entry possibility there. So today, for tomorrow, we will be looking for a third trade on Litecoin. And also, guys, check out our free 4C channel on Telegram, where we discuss stuff like this, or you guys ask questions, and we discuss bi-weekly about the stuff, and sometimes we drop in Bitcoin analysis and Ethereum analysis on daily, right? So yes, guys, thank you for watching, and we will be seeing each other in the next one.